you're caught growing this crop, processing, transportation, packaging, and you do not have now this requirement, there is a fine. The minimum of these fines is 500,000 Kenya shillings.
What if I told you that soon the agriculture and farming that you are practicing would become a crime in Kenya? Should the bill that has been proposed by Sabina Chege, that is horticultural crop bill, and also the rice bill, and many other bills related to agriculture and farming, if they are passed, then farming and agriculture will become crime in Kenya. Why? There is a interview that I watched in Lynn Ngugi's show, but I got a snippet of it on TikTok. Now, this bill proposes that for any processing or for any production of any agricultural product, be it farming, you are doing livestock, or you are doing crop growing, you need to be registered with a board, an agricultural board. Now, this board will require you to pay a certain fees for you to be registered. Remember, there is also the Livestock Bill 2024. There's also an Agricultural Professionals Bill. There is Nuts on Oils Bill. So, in every production or planting of these crops, you must be registered with a board. That is the one that has been established by the CS. Now, what are the minimum requirements for these? You'll need to have a minimum of a diploma in agriculture. Not just a diploma in any other faculty or in any other course, in any other profession, but in agriculture. For you to be able to grow, to process, to transport, to sell the products. Now, imagine what your grandmother, who maybe didn't attend school, has been doing from learning from their parents back then, our forefathers back then, and what we also get to inherit from them, that kind of knowledge. You are now required to have a diploma certificate for you to practice. And if you are caught doing a processing, growing, packaging, or transporting, and you ain't registered with these agricultural board, you will attract a fine of not less than 500,000 Kenyan shillings. So soon, agriculture will be considered as a crime in Kenya. So guys, as we are busy fighting with the politics, as we are busy concentrating with politics, there are certain things that are happening behind the curtain. As we concentrate on the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua from National Assembly to the Senate, to the High Court, and trust me, it will move from High Court, it will go to the Court of Appeal. If it comes from Court of Appeal, it will end in the Supreme Court. And all these while happening, there are other hidden bills that are very retrogressive and very malnourishing to the people of Kenya. They are so detrimental to the growth of the common mwananchi are being introduced. Kenyans, we are fighting with a lot. Look at the Adani deal. These show games of the court has nullified the deal between Adani and Ketraco. These are just side shows for us to feel like for once the government is trying to side with us, for once the courts are trying to side with us. But these things are applied partially. So as we concentrate on politics, more and more things are being introduced. So we are going to be confused on what should we deal with. What fight should we pick and fight to the end? As we pick that fight, they are introducing other things. So that is what is happening, fellow viewers, fellow listeners of DURB Radio. Yes, the horticultural crop bill is already there being discussed. The rice bill is already there being discussed. This water bill, livestock bill 2024, agricultural professionals bill, nuts on oils bill, and many other are being introduced. Imagine criminalizing agriculture. I want you to listen to this interview that was conducted by Lynn Ngugi and tell me what you think about this. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. If you're watching from our YouTube channel and you love content of this nature, since we are doing civic education, kindly subscribe and press the notification button so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow us for regular updates. Let us watch this.
After Sabina Chege puts the horticulture crop bill, rice bill was also brought in.
Rice what?
Rice bill. There's a rice bill.
Mchele
bill. There's a bill in Parliament controlling rice production.
What has Mchele done now?
Now that's the question.
Just like
or what? Or the other question is, what has Mchele not been doing?
Okay, tell me more. I'm interested in this one.
Now, farmers, they're still doing the same. Small scale farmers, they're talking about large scale producers of rice. There is a board that people need to get registered that regulates who grows rice. They are still putting requirements, registration fee. If you scan through all the bills, let me mention them, just going through a bit. There's the horticulture, this one we're discussing, the horticulture crop bill. There is the rice bill, the dengue bill that has gone down, thank God. There is the water bill. There is the livestock bill 2024. There's the agriculture professionals bill. There is the nuts and oil bill. I don't know if I've mentioned all of them. A couple of those bills. When you scan through those bills, they have something in common. In every production of this crop or planting of this crop, you must be registered in a board. Okay? So there's a board that is going to be established by the cabinet secretary, and every person involved in this crop production that is growing, you need a registration.
Okay. That's okay. We good.
Now, there are requirements for you to be registered, which is what we've never seen in this country. You need a minimum of a diploma certificate in agriculture. I know that's shocking. Many Kenyans don't understand that. What your mother, who has never gone to school, has been doing, will not be able to do it because she does not have a minimum of a diploma certificate to be registered in these boards. I hope now you're together.
Yeah.
So some of these bills are even talking about a degree, but the minimum of them is a diploma. Then these bills also talk about if you're caught growing this crop, processing, transportation, packaging, and you do not have now this requirement, there is a fine. The minimum of these fines is 500,000 Kenya shillings. The minimum of these fines. So on this bill, some of it goes to 1 million. Now, when I tell people they're taking away agriculture, they're making it a criminal activity. It's like, if I'm caught growing anything without now having done all this, I'm a criminal. So literally, they're criminalizing the act of
Criminalizing agriculture. To what end? To what benefit? I mean, this government wants to make sure that you as a mwananchi, you don't own nothing. They want to own each and everything. They want to own your cows. They want to own your plants. They want to own your land. They want to own everything. How do we want to live? Remember, as this happens, even the UN Council right now is sitting to establish a one world order, such that the whole world will have one leader. And puppets such as William Samoei Ruto are the people who are being pushed to be part of this system. Now, imagine, we already had enough from William Samoei Ruto. And trust me, guys, it is not just a simple matter of voting. It might be very difficult to get William Samoei Ruto out of power just through voting. Trust me, there's a lot that needs to be done. You're watching from our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe, press the notification button so anytime that we're alive or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow our Facebook page for regular updates. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzuri.